You know, this is probably going to be the shortest video in the shipping series. Like Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, Ransom of the Seven Ships only has 3 characters. 2 of them are Nancy's best friends. I'm confident none of the people in Nancy's trio are dating each other. That is definitely something that would be mentioned if it was the case. Besides, Bess and George are related, so that's gross. So it's not happening. Let's start with Johnny Roll. He's the culprit disguised as an Australian, disguised as a Jamaican beach bum. That's 3 different personalities. Neither of the fake personalities are too interesting. Johnny's mostly angry and wants to be left alone. He refuses to talk to George, and he never talks to Nancy unless he's forcing her to do his chores. At the end, it's revealed Johnny is really Dwayne Powers. Dwayne brags at length about his clever plan to get revenge on Nancy and get the map to a lost city of gold. Then he throws her in a pit and goes away. He doesn't care George got away, even though George is probably going to save the other 2 and foil his revenge plan. Is there room for romance here? No, obviously not. Dwayne made a plan to kill all 3 of the women. He wants to kill them, not date them. Clearly, he hates Nancy the most out of the 3. You could argue he hates George the least. He let her escape from his clutches. Twice he let her escape. He didn't kidnap her before Nancy arrived like he originally planned, and he didn't kidnap her at the end of the game. I don't think he let her escape because he likes her, but if I had to pick who he hates the least, it's definitely George. So Johnny Roll with George Fane, I don't think she would date him ever, so there's really no point in thinking about it. Bess Marvin. She spends all her time trapped in an underground cave, and there are no hot guys for her to flirt with. She must have hated it there. George spends all of her time playing on the radio and arguing with a parrot. Occasionally she talks to Nancy, and at one point she climbs the wall just to have monkeys throw stuff at her. I think I know why she stays inside. That is a terrible time. Bess and George are cousins, like I said. Since they're related, they shouldn't be in a relationship. And since Johnny wants to kill them both, that only leaves one option for them. Bess Marvin with Nancy Drew, and George Fane with Nancy Drew. That sounds like the makings of a really weird love triangle. As for Nancy Drew, she wouldn't want to date Johnny. She doesn't like him. She doesn't even remember Dwayne's name, okay? That shows how little she cares about this guy. Nancy never shows any romantic interest in her 2 best friends because she's already in a committed relationship with Ned, and both of her friends like Ned. They want Nancy to be with him. Really, it's kind of silly for me to ask who should Nancy date in every single one of these videos, because it's basically a given that Nancy will be with Ned forever. I'll be a little unexpected here and pick the unnamed pilot who drops Nancy off at the island. Yeah, he only talks for about 30 seconds, but darn it, he's still the best romantic possibility for Nancy in this game. To recap, my choices are Johnny Roll with George Fane, Bess Marvin with Nancy Drew, George Fane with Nancy Drew, Nancy Drew with the pilot. Let's see what the internet has to say. Johnny Roll with none/other. Bess Marvin with none/other. George Fane with none/other. Nancy Drew with none/other. Well, that was easy to figure out. No one in this game deserves any love. That figures because there's only one suspect in the game, and he's a kidnapper and attempted murderer with racist tendencies. He does not deserve to find love with Nancy or her friends, so he'll be forever alone if he's still alive. The end of the game makes it seem like he fell overboard and drowned, so it's very much possible that he did not live past this game.